What if I told you that a 4-second sample isn't the secret ingredient to a hit record? The difference between a forgettable loop and a beat that stays with the listener isn't the sample itself, it's everything you add on top. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take a sample, flip it, and layer it into a full track that hits harder than Will Smith at the Oscars. And without sounding like every other beat on the internet. We'll break it down step by step, and I'll show you how the legends like Kanye West and Travis Scott build their tracks around samples too. And maybe you'll hear your favorite songs in a completely different way, and also use this in your own music. So why build around samples? You know that feeling when you find a crazy sample, you loop it and go, yeah, this is the hardest thing I've ever made. And then 2 minutes later, you realize it's literally just a 4-bar loop repeating until the cows come home. Yeah, we've all been there. But the great thing about samples is they're like cheat codes. They give you instant character, and the vibe is just right there from the start. You can just loop the sample and call it a day. But this is like cyberbullying your sample. You've trapped the sample and refuse to let it evolve, and in turn become something new. When you build around it though, add drums, bass, melodies, atmospheres, that's when it starts to sound like you. Think of the sample like a foundation. You wouldn't buy land, put down 1 brick, and then say, yeah, come on kids, dad's made a new home. Same deal with the beats. You start with the foundation and then build the house. Let's check out some pros who've mastered this, because it probably means nothing coming from your favorite British internet YouTube producer. I had to niche down there to make sure it was me. Kanye West uses this technique all the time. Good Morning by Kanye West samples Elton John's Someone Saved My Life Tonight. Kanye chopped it, pitched it, and built layers of synths and drums around it. With the help of Mike Dean, these synth layers bring this 1970s track into the 2000s. So let's just hear it without the synth layers. Yeah, that shit sounds naked and unfinished. By adding these layers, the result is bright, confident, and what feels like a totally new track, not just a looped section. So thanks, Kanye. And let's take a look at Kanye's best example of this, I believe, in I Wonder, which samples Labby C-Phrase My Song, in which he actually says this.
This is my song, and no one can take it away.
I can't help but think Kanye did this one on purpose. These synth layers give this otherwise laid-back sample such an anthemic feeling. In fact, it's a whole sound of graduation. The synth follows the vocal line, making sure the sample is not lost.
I've been waiting on this my whole.
And this just keeps building with these strings. He was really going for the anthemic sound in this one.
7 o'clock, that's prime time. Having a watch guy calling from the hotline.
He totally transformed this sample. And let's hear it without the synths. Yeah, that ain't it. Travis Scott's Lost Forever samples Don't Be So Nice by Chuck Senrick. This is an amazing example of the transformation of a sample. It in fact combines these 2 samples.
Don't use the word forever. Have you ever been lost?
And then just listen to these synth elements.
Just 1 chain away from going heavy metal. I'm just 1 angel away from blocking out the devil. Just 1 mountain away from eating all my rebels.
This makes it feel way more modern and way more Travis Scott, if that makes sense. James Blake even adds further vocals on it and really makes this sample his own. And using the original sample as, yes, you guessed it, a foundation. Genius work. Sometimes it's not about adding more notes. It's about building an atmosphere that feels catered for that artist. All right, let's rapid fire a few pro tips. 1, contrast is king. If your sample is old and dusty, pair it with clean, modern drums or synths. If it's bright, make the drums gritty. Yin and yang, you know? I just said contrast is king, but you can also build around the sample. Think about adding instruments and sounds from back then. Rhodes, glockenspiels, upright pianos. 2, use EQ to your advantage. Cut the lows on your samples so your kick and bass can breathe. Otherwise, it's just going to sound like a mess. This is also a great tip if you want to add more subtle elements. In the 1970s, the EQ curve of a song looked like this. Use this information in blending sounds with the original sample. 3, resample yourself. Once you've added your layers, bounce your sample and re-chop it. That's like sampling yourself and the original composition, which is both efficient and pretty much a forced collab. 4, effects go a long way, especially reverb. A lot of vintage samples, think the 1970s, don't have massive electronic reverbs. You want to alternate between rooms, halls, springs, and plates. And that is where today's sponsor comes in. There are hundreds of reverb plugins out there, so why try another? I Am Reverb is powered by enhanced reverb modeling. Through innovative impulse responses, I Am Reverb delivers clear, transparent early reflections and tight defined low end, giving your mix depth and realism like never before. The unique close, mid, and far controls allow you to seamlessly blend microphone positions, from intimate to immersive, and truly place your sounds in a space. The presets are amazing, allowing you to dial in reverb sounds so fast and so efficiently. The link in the description gets you a 14-day free trial. Go try it out for yourself. That's again to I Am Reverb for sponsoring today's video. 5. Variation is your friend. Even changing one snare or muting a layer in the second verse can keep the listener way more interested. Let's go for a Kanye West graduation type track. So we want to find something that already has like an emotional, soulful vocal, a dusty guitar or something. If it makes you feel nostalgic for a time you didn't exist in, that is a good sign.
On the road again, just another place to sing my song.
I would from here speed it up, the chipmunk effect, you know, and find the loops and chops that sound good to you. Make sure it's loopable. That is the most important part.
On the road again, just another place to sing my song. Faces in the crowd, I think I see you, but I think I see you, but I...
So this is where the beat becomes, well, a beat. The drums set the pocket, the rhythm, and the feel for the track. Kanye's Through the Wire is a perfect example. He sampled Shaka Khan, but then added his own drums and percussion, which gave it that new bounce. Without that, it would just be, well, Shaka Khan. Let's keep it quite simple for this one. It already has that Kanye bounce. All the drums in this video are from the Ivory drum kit, featuring over 100 drum one-shots and over 60 plus vintage style drum breaks. The link will be in the description. Right, so we got a nice bounce. Let's add some perks or something. So here's where you want to make it yours. Play a few piano chords that emphasize the harmony, add synth layers, or lines that dance around the sample. This is where you bring it to the modern age. The sounds you use will give the sample a totally new lease of life. The first thing I want to add is some like thick synth chords, the real graduation sound. We're getting that graduation sound now. And like we discussed earlier, let's try and follow the vocal melody with like a synth line. At last. That took me a long time. I know it's not exactly the same, but it's close enough. And I want to add just one more melodic idea, keep it interesting, some like kind of descending line. And the reverb is so important for these elements. We want it to mix with the sample. So a whole reverb's going to sound good in gluing it all together. You can even control like the close, mid, far, wherever you want the sound to sit. Now we want to fill that low end. This should be supporting the composition though. I want to keep it real simple for this one in terms of the sound and the pattern. Now structure your beat. Intro, hook, verse, bridge, drop out the sampling parts. Think like a composer or someone with an attention span at least longer than 8 bars or 12 hours screen time. Even added little piano lines in here for when the beat becomes less anthemic. And here's how we took a sample loop from this to this. Now let's do one for a Travis Scott style song. The same formula but a darker, more menacing sound. The sample in this should evoke mystery. I can't lie, this sample took me about half an hour to find. I love the little vocal bit at the end too. Now please try and avoid the crazy temptation. That is a 2-step hi-hat, a clap, an 808 and call it done. I want to get those Lost Forever style drums.
About to go up a level of disrespectful. I'm just one chain away from going heavy metal.
I feel like I want some vocals with this. Let's combine it with another sample.
Every song I'm singing is for you.
Okay, we could use that bit. These samples are from the same time period, so it fits almost perfectly together with a little filtering.
Every song I sing is for you.
Now I think some Rhodes playing like the same chord would really bring this out more. Yeah. Now let's add our own synth layers. These need to emphasize the dark, mysterious nature of this sample. Maybe a little more sparse than the Kanye track, but bring them to the forefront to juxtapose the original sample.
Every song I sing is for you.
Oh, this pad sounds amazing. Like weird glitchy. Gotta keep that in. But now I want to hear like an 808 just come in for just a little bit. Oh, that sounds amazing. Get on the other side. Just so simple. It sounds like it's building towards something. I feel like I need to add a Wonder Girl style switch up. We can even duck the sample out and then let's speed the Rhodes chords up. Oh, I've done the same on the pad too. This sounds amazing. I can already hear the drums on this. And we can maybe double time this lead. It's ready for the drums. Let's get that infamous Wonder Girl kick an 808 in. Just a simple two-step hi-hat here. Some rolls on this hi-hat. I can hear like a piano line in this too. And then these like repeating notes at the end.
Every song I sing is for you.
And let's put the piano in the same room as the Rhodes. We can even bring the sample back in. Yes, sir. So that's how you build on top of your samples and make your beats sound like full songs. Remember, the sample gives it the vibe, you give it the direction. Thank you for watching.